The rules of VAR, and here we go. VAR only intervenes in the course of a match when the officials have made a clear and obvious error in one of 4 key areas. Okay, so it's got to be a clear and obvious error in one of 4 key areas, okay? And the first is goals, all right? A close offside decision is the most common reason for VAR being consulted after a goal has been scored. But shirt pulling and other infringements can cause goals to be chalked off. So basically, every time a goal is scored, VAR is looked at. Offside, black and white, they look at shirt pulls. They're looking at everything. So the second a goal is scored, it goes right to VAR, which stands for Video Assistant Referee.
Yep.
And it's, they're in a room looking at a computer and they're saying, okay, was there anything in that goal that should make it be disallowed? Okay, that's one. The concept of clear and obvious errors does not apply to offsides, as I said before.
Yep.
A player is either onside or offside. You cannot be a little bit pregnant. These are not the official rules, obviously. So even if a player is offside by a matter of inches, the goal will be ruled out, which is exactly what happened with Manchester City's third goal that never was at West Ham. This is talking about City's, I believe they wrote this article after match week 1.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the first area. The second area is penalties. The most subjective and potentially problematic area. Penalties can be awarded or rescinded using VAR if there has been a clear and obvious error in the original decision. So if a penalty is awarded, they're looking at the computers.
Have we seen that yet this season?
I'm sure the Premier League has.
Yeah.
I don't know if Liverpool has directly seen a penalty. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Robertson.
Robbo.
Yeah, but that wasn't a penalty. And VAR showed that it wasn't a penalty.
We'll get into that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
It's all right.
Straight red cards is number 3. Violent conduct and dangerous tackles can be penalized using VAR. Second yellow cards cannot. Interesting.
That makes sense to me.
Well, yes, but it's saying violent conduct and dangerous tackles can be penalized using VAR.
Penalized.
Penalized.
It's just funny the way you said it.
Is it? You can say it either way. Either way.
I know why you like saying that.
Either. See, that's another one. But my question is, a straight red card is given, they review VAR.
Yeah.
What about if a straight red card is not given? Do they VAR it?
I would assume so.
I would
That's what it
assume,
says.
right?
Violent conduct and dangerous tackles can be penalized with VAR. They're not saying a ref showing a straight red card will be verified. It's by VAR. It says can be penalized using VAR. So VAR identifies a potential straight red card.
If you're right about that, I can see that being a potential problem. Because what if something happens in the midfield? There was a potential red card. Oh, but then the referee would be giving a yellow card, so they have time to review it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. And then number 4, and this is a rare one, mistaken identity. If the referee sends off the wrong player, such as the famous incident with Kieran Gibbs and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in Arsenal's 6-0 drubbing at Chelsea in 2014, that injustice can be repaired. The system is restricted to these 4 areas in order to minimize disruption to the flow of the game.
So mistaken identities,
goals, straight red cards, penalties, and goals.
Okay.
So, all right, let's talk about penalties real fast. So those are the official rules, and now we're going to bring our brains into it and see the potential problems with this. And the overarching problem with all of these is clear and obvious. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, black and white offsides I have no issues with. If you're offsides, you're offsides, period. Time of the pass, picture, where's your arm, picture, I see it. You're offsides. Where's your leg, I see it. Picture, offsides. You are offsides. It sucks. You might lose. You don't get the goal, but you're offsides, black and white. You were offsides, the goal gets called off. The thing that I struggle with, so goals I'm okay with. Goals I'm fine with. The VAR in scoring plays does not bother me. The penalties, it's just the penalties. The straight red cards don't bother me, and the mistaken identities you're not going to see.
The straight red cards don't bother you because you haven't experienced it yet.
No, I know that, but with VAR, I think straight red cards. I don't feel like that'll.
Okay, you're saying that, but
Give me a scenario in which I would be.
Same with penalties, same with goals. It's the clear and obvious is the problem. So, straight red card. Let's say a ref gives a straight red.
Okay.
The VAR people review it and say, well, it's probably not a straight red, but it's not clear and obvious, so we ain't saying nothing. That's how it works. We talked about this before, how they kind of like idolize these referees and they don't want to change
them.
They don't want to change their decision. If you want VAR to work, that's not the way to go.
You have to do it.
You have to.
You have to. Make it your standard.
Yes.
Make it your standard.
And the head ref, the center ref of that game, needs to put his red card up when he thinks he should. And when it's disallowed, when VAR says, you know what, we reviewed this, we looked at all the rules, this ain't a red card. It wasn't clear and obvious, but there was 6 of us in this room, and we don't think it's a red card. We should send that back as no red card, and the ref should go, cool. The ref should be 100% okay with that.
Not like,
yes, because I guarantee you, in that situation, in that room of refs, if he was in that room, he would agree with them. Yet, why are we holding? It makes no sense to me.
yeah. Why is your self-esteem?
Yeah.
Why, like, if a penalty is made in a soccer team, in a soccer game, why is your self-esteem a piece of the equation? Like, we can't offend you. We can't say you did a bad job.
It's not even self-esteem. It's like the ref. The ref.
Esteemed.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. We just don't want to be, I don't know. They just hold this ref to such a high standard. We don't want to say he's wrong. And that's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah.
We say the linesmen are wrong, clear and obvious about offside. Why not the head ref?
I guess I don't know.
It's a tough call.
It's because they're in the middle of this adaptation period,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
they're trying to figure out how to implement a new system and keep the game like as integral as possible.
Yeah.
Like, uphold the integrity of the game with the linesmen, with the refs, uphold those calls, but use VAR in the tricky senses. Like the World Cup, every goal, VAR. That was the standard. But they held to that the entire World Cup. Belgium, there was a couple like crazy VAR calls. I watched a Japan game. VAR called a game-winning goal offsides, turned it into penalties, and then Japan lost, or something like that. Like that makes sense. But now they have, like, they didn't introduce VAR to the Premier League this year, just scoring plays. They did all these scenarios. And now they've got to catch up to all these scenarios. Mistaken identities, I think, are the least common that's going to happen here, obviously. And then probably straight red cards, then penalties, and then goals. It's been on every goal, every offsides, VAR. That makes sense. But the problem I have is with penalties. I want to see a case in which VAR, if a ref calls a penalty, I want VAR to reverse it. I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen it, maybe not with Liverpool.
In Premier League?
I don't know.
This year?
I'm not sure.
If anyone's listening and they've seen that, and you actually care about this argument or you care about this discussion, I would like to see that, because I feel like it hasn't happened yet. Not just in Liverpool. I watch a lot of Premier League games. I've been watching Arsenal play every week. I like the league, so I want to watch the teams. I want to watch the top fours. I haven't seen that happen, and it's this invisible standard of the ref on a pedestal. The ref called a penalty. Every single person watching at home says it's not a penalty. The 6 people in the box probably say it's not a penalty, but VAR, no ruling.
Yeah.
Why?
So it's that in quotes, clear and obvious. Mm-hmm. It's kind of ruining everything. And like you said, it's the first. This is the first time. It's the first year it's implemented. I appreciate the fact that they are trying to ease their way into it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that they care about the flow of the game. Something I was reading about the Premier League and VAR rules is that they discourage the middle ref, the head ref, to go look at the head ref can go look at the computer if he wants. They discourage it as much as possible.
Yeah.
To not disrupt the flow of the game. That I love. Why should that head ref ever need to go to that computer? Why?
They have it in their headset. You have 6 other refs in your head.
I understand that you need a leader. I get that. But for VAR to work, I think I think there just needs to be, if you put as many refs as you want, we'll pay them. We'll pay the extra
Probably
ticket.
cost less than VAR.
Yeah, I'm saying put as many refs as you want in the VAR room is what I'm saying. Let them battle it out. They can battle it out so fast. You put 10 head refs, good refs in a room. You play that penalty twice on replay. They'll come to a unanimous decision quickly. And if it isn't quick and it's like half and half, that's when you don't get involved. But that Robbo penalty, when he gave up that quote unquote penalty recently, was not a penalty. You put 10 refs in that room and 9 of them will say it's not a penalty. If it's that much of a difference,
Napoli.
if it's that much of a difference, obviously you tell the head ref no penalty and he goes, okay, no penalty. I don't know why, but no penalty, because these other people who I trust, like my linesman, I trust my linesman to make the right decision. I trust the VAR room to make the right decision.
It's just
Rant
annoying.
end.
I know. It's just annoying.
Yeah, very annoying, very annoying. And they're going to get it right, though. Right? 2 years? 1 year? 2 years? 1.
Oh, 2 years. 2 years, probably.
I think next year, nothing's going to change. And it's going to be that.
I don't agree with you.
You don't think so?
I don't agree with you.
Okay.
No, I think they're going to change it because you mentioned it in a split sense there, and I wanted to ask you something. You're a soccer player, right?
Yeah.
You played soccer your whole life. Momentum in a game is everything. Mm-hmm. It's like soccer is a game of runs. It's a game of heavy momentum, heavy attack. You're on the attack. You're going to score a goal. You kind of know that. You know the way, like we watch it and we're seeing crosses into the 18, crosses into the 18. We're seeing all these chances. You're like, Liverpool's going to score here soon. They have the right momentum. What does VAR do to that momentum?
Kills it.
It butchers it. It butchers it. Like, I don't know.
Prime example to that was the Chelsea game and
Azpilicueta's his goal that got disallowed.
It got disallowed. It got disallowed 15 to 20 seconds.
They would have been 1-1.
Yeah, but it got disallowed 20 seconds or however long after they celebrated, and that's where it kills your momentum.
Just killed them
because you're mentally up or tied or wherever you were. Mentally, you're there, done. It hasn't been called off. The players will get used to the fact that it could get called off, which is going to ruin celebrations and ruin the game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, totally agree.
You see Mo doing that a lot. So Mo will score, and he'll look. He won't celebrate yet. I like that. I like that a lot. He looks, he makes sure, he goes, all right, and then he has that big dumb
And that's
smile.
been going on for a long time because all you're looking at the linesman. You look at the linesman. Is this flag up? No? I'm good. So it's always a quick look. Now it's a quick look, and all right, should I wait? Should I put a lawn chair out here and sit for a while? Sit in front of the cop? Then they rule it, and then we're gonna all go, yay!
And then we do the wave,
Yay.
like in America.
Yeah, it's all about that. Yeah, it's all about that audience going crazy, and I don't know, it's crazy. Anyway, those are the rules. Those are the rules, and a bunch of our opinions. Tell us if you agree. Tell us if you disagree. Give us some pointers in our comments. I don't know.